Hello, friends. The following video is a sample from my Patreon channel. I talk about Patreon a lot on this channel because it's so important to me that you learn the things that I can teach you through Patreon. So this is just a little sample. They're not very long. It's $5 a month. You get 5 videos a week, Monday through Friday. It applies to both at-home homemakers and payroll homemakers. And this is where you can decide if you want to be mentored by me. So if you decide you want to be mentored and you're in the Patreon channel, you've paid your $5, go look at the tiers and see what you need. All right, that's it. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy. Hello, my dear patrons. Today is Monday, and today our thought for the day is how self-discipline requires practice. So self-discipline, like every other thing that we do that serves us, has to become a habit. So you have to practice self-discipline every day. That means you have to make yourself do the things you don't want to do. Okay, so that's self-discipline. And we've talked about breaking the bubble and getting out of our frozen state. We've talked about lots of different things, and it all comes down to the final thing, which is self-discipline. So today, I want you to really practice self-discipline and really purpose to practice self-discipline all week, all month. And when we hit October, you're really going to exercise some self-discipline because we're going to be doing our boot camp. Okay, so today is Monday. It is Weekly Home Blessing Hour, and it's also Zone 4, which is the master bedroom, master closet, master bathroom, if you have one, okay? If you are a payroll homemaker, you're going to do this on Saturday morning. 1 hour of basic weekly home blessing hour, which is a basic weekly plan, and 1 hour of your Zone 4, the master bedroom, master bathroom, master closet. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to get up and we're going to do our morning routine. We're going to follow that with laundry, paper, if those are things you need to do. You're going to maybe start some breakfast, go wake up your children if you have them, put them through their morning routine, inspect what you expect, serve them breakfast, sit down with them, model that behavior, clean up after breakfast. Everybody puts their own dish in the dishwasher. If you're taking kids to school, then last night as part of your before bed routine, you would have had their backpacks put by the front door with all their homework in it, all the signed documents that you need to have in there, possibly their shoes by the front door, maybe even their socks, any jackets that they might need. All of that would be by the front door, so there's none of that last minute scrambling. Also, preparing lunch the night before is good, or you can have a little assembly line in the morning for your children and you to make lunches. So if you say, here's the snacks, here's the veggies, here's the bread, here's the spreads, whatever it is, or the bento box, and here's the things that go in it. You just have a little production line. So everything's done, boom, and it's put in and everybody's helping, okay? All right. All right, so after that, we're going to take kids to school if we need to, or we're going to take ourselves to school if we need to work if we need to. And work might be school, you may be a teacher. And then we're going to do, if you're at-home homemaker and you're homeschooling, you're going to do your 15 minutes in your bedroom first before you do anything else. Complete the process, throw away, put away, give away at the end of the 15 minutes. When you planned last Wednesday for this week, you have 4 things that you picked out to do that are 15 minutes each, and they should be written down in your planner so that you know exactly what you're going to do today for 15 minutes, and then complete the process. If you're taking children to school, please don't get out there and lollygag. Turn your car around and come straight back home and do your 15-minute zone. If you're payroll, we've already talked about your 15-minute zone. Oh, I forgot to mention, you know what I forgot to mention, the thing I always forget, but it's very important, and that is your clutter stop has to happen at breakfast. Okay, now we're going to enjoy your day, payroll. At-home homemakers, we're going to do our weekly home blessing hour. So if you have older children, you can split that up with them, and it won't take an hour. If you have little children, then wait till they take a nap, or you can do it with them, letting them wipe something. You know, little kids, especially around 3 and 4 and 5, like to do that a lot. There was something I was going to tell you. Oh yeah, I read something today that said that little children, little tiny children even, need to learn to be by themselves in a contained area for at least 30 minutes a day. And as they get older, they'll learn to play by themselves so that you don't have to worry about children hanging on you. So if that's something you haven't started doing, I highly encourage you to allow your child, you can see them, they can see you, but you're not playing with them. They're by themselves playing with their things. In fact, I read where one lady said she had 4 containers of toys or 5 containers of toys, I'm sorry. And so on Monday, she gave them this container, box number 1. On Tuesday, this container. On Wednesday, this container. So they had different toys for that 30 minutes of playtime by themselves. And as they get older, it will naturally extend because they'll enjoy playing by themselves. But you will have to, this lady just stored them under her bed, so they must have been flat boxes. But I thought that was a great idea, so that might be something you want to consider if you have little children. Okay, so weekly home blessing hour, if you have tiny tots, then they're really you're not in a position to really get your house done in an hour. Then you might want to do part of it and then maybe wait till the children are taking a nap, or do the whole thing when they're taking a nap. It's totally up to you. But before we do that, we have to have a hard stop for lunch, and then we have a cleanup time after lunch and a clutter stop. And then later on in the afternoon, we have a hard stop for dinner. We're going to call in payroll. Payroll, you're going to do your second clutter stop of the day. And then we're going to make our meal, which is about 30 minutes. If you're cooking it, a simple meal from scratch. If you have it in an Instant Pot, it can take less time or less hands-on. If you're doing it in a crock pot, make sure you use a liner so that you have less cleanup, but you just have to serve dinner, which is awesome, especially if you work. And there's so many wonderful recipes out there. Okay. Then we're going to do cleanup after dinner routine. So everybody's got their job. Somebody's going to clean the dishes, or everybody's going to put their own dishes in the dishwasher, or if you don't have a dishwasher, someone is responsible for washing and putting the dishes in the dish rack. But everyone's responsible for scraping their dish, and if you have a dishwasher, putting it in the dishwasher. You, as the cook, you're going to clean the pots and pans and utensils that you use to make the meal, and the stove top or oven or whatever. The children are going to do the tabletop, the countertop, sweep the floor. Okay? And then after dinner, you're going to do your before bed routine part 1, which is taking care of your body and clothes, and then do the before bed routine for your children, and then put them in bed. And then when it's time for you to get ready to go to bed, let's say 9 o'clock, you're going to go into the kitchen and start the before bed routine part 2, which is make sure there's soap in the dishwasher and you run it. One of my clients, one of my mentees told me that she forgot to do that and went to open the dishwasher and opened it up in the morning, and it was dirty dishes. And I've done it too. I bet you have too. So if it's part of your habit, it won't happen as often, and maybe never. And so that's going to happen. Wipe the sink out, put a new cloth out, and then go take care of your teeth and go to bed on time. Before you go to bed, there needs to be one more clutter stop. So if you have children, right before you put them to bed. If you're the mess maker, right before you go to bed. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you always remember that prayer changes things and that you are beautiful. So be beautiful.